Bhagavad Gita, chapter 1, verse number 1. Dhritarashtra uvacha dharmakshetre kurukshetre samaveta mamakaha pandavaschaiva kim akurvata Sanjaya. Dhritarashtra said, O Sanjay, after my sons and the sons of Pandu assembled in the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra, desiring to fight, what did they do? Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse number 7. Karpanya doshopahata svabhavaha prichhami tvam dharma samudha chetaha यच्छ्रेयः निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेहं शाधिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम्. Now I am confused about my duty and have lost all composure because of miserly weakness. In this condition I am asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I am your disciple and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse number 13. Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yovanam jara tatha dehantara praptir dhirastatra namuyati. As the embodied soul continuously passes in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. A sober person is not bewildered by such a change. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse number 14. Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkha daha agama payino nityas tam stitikshasva bharata. O son of Kunti, the non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress and their disappearance in due course are like the appearance and disappearance of winter and summer seasons. They arise from sense perception, O scion of Bharata, and one must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse number 20. Na jayate mriyate va kadachin nayam bhutva bhavita vana bhuyah ajo nityah shashvatoyam purano na hanyate hanyamane sharire. For the soul there is neither birth nor death at any time. He has not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. He is unborn, eternal, ever-existing and primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse number 40. Neha bhikramana shosti pratyavayo na vidyate swalpamapi yasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. In this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution, and a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse number 41. Vyavasayatmika buddhir ekeha kuru nandana bahushakhayanantascha buddhayo vyavasayinam. Those who are on this path are resolute in purpose, and their aim is one. O beloved child of the Kurus, the intelligence of those who are irresolute is many-branched. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse number 59. Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehinaha rasavarjam rasopyasya param drishtva nivartate. The embodied soul may be restricted from sense enjoyment, though the taste for sense objects remain. But ceasing such engagements by experiencing a higher taste, he is fixed in consciousness. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse number 62 and 63. Dhyayato vishayan pumsaha sangasteshu pajayate sangat sanjayate kamaha कामात् क्रोधो भिजायते क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. While contemplating the objects of the senses, a person develops attachment for them. And from such attachment, lust develops, and from lust, anger arises. From anger, complete delusion arises, and from delusion, bewilderment of memory. When memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost, and when intelligence is lost, one falls down again into the material pool. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, verse number 13. Yagya shishtashinah santo muchyante sarvakilbishehe bhunjate te tvagham papa ye pachantyatmakaranat. The devotees of the Lord are released from all kinds of sins because they eat food which is offered first for sacrifice. Others who prepare food for personal sense enjoyment verily eat only sin. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, verse number 27. Prakritehe kriyamanani gunehe karmani sarvashah ahankara vimudhatma kartaham iti manyate. The spirit soul, bewildered by the influence of false ego, thinks himself the doer of activities that are in actuality carried out by the three modes of material nature. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, verse number 2. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarshayo viduhu sakale neha mahata yogo nashtaha parantapa. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, verse number 7. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir-bhavati bharata abhyuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham. Whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practice, O descendant of Bharata, and a predominant rise of irreligion, at that time I descend myself. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, verse number 8. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. To deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion, I myself appear, millennium after millennium. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, verse number 9. Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti so Arjuna. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, verse number 11. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tamstathaiva bhajamyaham mama vartmanuvartante manushyaha partha sarvashah. As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Pritha. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, verse number 34. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninastattvadarshinaha. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized souls can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 5, verse number 18. Vidya vinaya sampanne brahmane gavihastini shuni chaiva shvapake cha panditaha samadarshinaha. The humble sages, by virtue of true knowledge, see with equal vision a learned and gentle brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog-eater. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 5, verse number 22. Yehi samsparshaja bhoga dukkha yonaya evate adyantavantah kaunteya nate shuramate buddha. An intelligent person does not take part in the sources of misery which are due to contact with the material senses. O son of Kunti, such pleasures have a beginning and an end, and so the wise man does not delight in them. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 5, verse number 29. Bhoktaram yagyatapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suridam sarvabhutanam jnatva mam shantim richati. A person in full consciousness of me, knowing me to be the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifices on austerities, the Supreme Lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attains peace from the pangs of material miseries. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, verse number 6. Bandhuratmatmanastasya yenatmaivatmana jitah anatmanastu shatrutve vartitatmaiva shatruvat. For him who has conquered the mind is the best of friends. But for one who has failed to do so, his mind will remain the greatest enemy. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, verse number 3. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhaye यततामपि सिद्धानां कश्चिन्मां वेति तत्त्वतः. Out of many thousands among men, one may endeavor for perfection, and of those who have achieved perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, verse number 7. Mataha parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya Mayi sarvam idam protam sutre manigana iva. O conqueror of wealth, there is no truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a thread. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, verse number 14. Daivi yesha gunamayi mama maya duratyaya mameva ye prapadyante mayametam taranti te. This divine energy of mine, consisting of the three modes of material nature, is difficult to overcome. But those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 8, verse number 5. Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yaha prayati samadbhavam yati nastyatra samshayah. And whoever, at the end of his life, quits his body, remembering me alone, at once attains my nature. Of this there is no doubt. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 8, verse number 6. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajatyante kalevaram tam tamevaiti kaunteya sada tadbhava bhavitah. Whatever state of being one remembers when he quits his body, O son of Kunti, that state he will attain without fail. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 8, verse number 28. Vedeshu yagyeshu tapahasu chaiva daneshu yat punya phalam pradishtam atyeti tat sarvamidam viditva yogi param sthanamupaiti chadyam. A person who accepts the path of devotional service is not bereft of the results derived from studying the Vedas, performing sacrifices, undergoing austerities, giving charity, or pursuing philosophical and fruitive activities. Simply by performing devotional service, he attains all these, and at the end he reaches the supreme eternal abode. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, verse number 2. Rajavidya Rajaguyam Pavitram Idamuttamam Pratyakshaavagamam Dharmyam Susukham Kartum Avyayam. This knowledge is the king of education, the most secret of all secrets. It is the purest knowledge, and because it gives direct perception of the self by realization, it is the perfection of religion. It is everlasting and it is joyfully performed. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, verse number 11. Avajananti mam mudha manushim tanumashritam param bhavam ajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. Fools deride me when I descend in the human form. They do not know my transcendental nature as the Supreme Lord of all that be. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, verse number 13. Mahatmanastu mam partha daivim prakritim ashritaah bhajantya manaso jnatva bhutadim avyayam. O son of Pritha, those who are not deluded, the great souls, are under the protection of the divine nature. They are fully engaged in devotional service because they know me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, original and inexhaustible. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, verse number 22. Ananyaschintayanto mam ye janaha pariupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. But those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack, and I preserve what they have. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, verse number 26. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakti upaharitam ashnami prayatatmanaha. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, fruit or water, I will accept it. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, verse number 27. Yat karoshi yadashnasi yajjuhoshi dadasi yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurushva madarpanam. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer or give away, and whatever austerities you perform, do that, O son of Kunti, as an offering to me. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, verse number 8. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattaha sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, verse number 9. Machchita madgata prana bodhayantaha parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, verse number 10. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, verse number 11. Teshamevanukam partham aham agyanajam tamaha nashyami atma bhavastho jnanadipena bhasvata. To show them special mercy, I, dwelling in their hearts, destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, verse number 41. Yad yad vibhuti mat sattvam shrimadurjitameva va tattadevavagachatvam mama tejomsha sambhavam. Know that all opulent, beautiful and glorious creations spring from but a spark of my splendor. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 14, verse number 4. Sarvayonishu kaunteya murtayah sambhavanti yaha tasam brahma mahadyonir aham bija pradapita. It should be understood that all species of life, O son of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed-giving father. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 14, verse number 26. Mam chayo vyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samatitaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. One who engages in full devotional service, unfailing in all circumstances, at once transcends the modes of material nature and thus comes to the level of Brahman. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 15, verse number 5. Nirmana moha jita sanga dosha adhyatma nitya vinivritta kamaha dvandver vimuktaha sukha dukkha samyer gacchantya padamavyayam tat. Those who are free from false prestige, illusion and false association, who understand the eternal, who are done with material lust, who are freed from the dualities of happiness and distress, and who, unbewildered, know how to surrender unto the Supreme Person, attain to that eternal kingdom. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 15, verse number 7. Mamaevamsho jiva loke jiva bhutah sanatanaha manah shashthanindriyani prakriti sthani karshati. The living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. Due to conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the six senses, which include the mind. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 15, verse number 15. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto matah smritirjnanam apohanam cha vedescha sarve rahameva vedyo vedanta kridveda videva chaham. I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me come remembrance, knowledge and forgetfulness. By all the Vedas I am to be known. Indeed, I am the compiler of Vedanta, and I am the knower of the Vedas. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 16, verse number 23. Yah shastra vidhimutsrijya vartate kamakaratah na sa siddhim avapnoti na sukham na param gatim. He who discards scriptural injunctions and acts according to his own whims attains neither perfection, nor happiness, nor the supreme destination. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, verse number 55. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tatvatah tato mam tatvato gnatva vishate tadanantaram. One can understand me as I am, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, only by devotional service. And when one is in full consciousness of me by such devotion, he can enter into the kingdom of God. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, verse number 61. Ishvaraha sarvabhutanam hriddeshe arjuna tishtati Brahmayan sarvabhutani yantra rudhani mayaya. The Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart, O Arjuna, and is directing the wanderings of all living entities, who are seated as on a machine made of the material energy. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, verse number 65. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishasi satyam te pratijane priyosi me. Always think of me, become my devotee, worship me and offer your homage unto me. Thus you will come to me without fail. I promise you this because you are my very dear friend. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, verse number 66. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchaha. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, verse number 78. Yatra yogeshwaraha Krishno yatra partho dhanurdharaha tatra shrir vijayo bhutir Dhruvanitir matir mama. Wherever there is Krishna, the master of all mystics, and wherever there is Arjuna, the supreme archer, there will also certainly be opulence, victory, extraordinary power and morality. That is my opinion.